What if the magic we saw on screen in Mrs. Doubtfire masked a real-life tension that neither star wanted to discuss? Why did one of comedy's kindest souls admit he truly hated his beloved co-star more than anyone? And what was it about Sally Field's piercing gaze that made even the great Robin Williams feel exposed and uncomfortable? The story of Robin Williams and Sally Field is not just about two legendary actors who created movie magic together. It's about the clash between chaos and control, spontaneity and structure, and how two fundamentally different approaches to craft created both brilliance and friction on one of the 1990s most beloved film sets. Born Robin McLaren Williams on July 21, 1951 in Chicago, Illinois, Robin grew up straddling privilege and loneliness. His father, Robert Fitzgerald Williams, was a senior executive at Ford Motor Company, while his mother, Lori McLaren, was a former model whose sharp humor deeply influenced her son. According to the source document, young Robin coped with isolation by finding refuge in laughter, entertaining himself by mimicking voices, inventing characters, and imagining entire worlds. This ability to transform pain into humor would become the foundation of everything he achieved. Williams' path to stardom began at Claremont Men's College before he transferred to the College of Marine, where acting became his passion. He then earned a full scholarship to the prestigious Juilliard School in New York City, training under legendary instructor John Houseman. There, he formed a lifelong friendship with fellow student Christopher Reeve. Though Williams was one of only 2 students selected for Juilliard's advanced program, he left in 1976 to pursue stand-up comedy, realizing his true calling was in the spontaneous, high-energy world of improvisational performance. His breakthrough came in the late 1970s when he was cast as Morort, an alien from the planet Orc in the sitcom More and Mindy, 1978-1982. What started as a guest appearance on Happy Days exploded into a cultural phenomenon. The source notes that his manic energy, lightning wit, and lovable eccentricity captivated audiences who had never seen anyone quite like him. But here's the hook you need to remember. Behind the laughter, Robin was already wrestling with the darker sides of fame, including the pressures of constant creativity and early struggles with substance abuse. As his career evolved, Robin Williams proved himself far more than just a comedian. His dramatic breakthrough came with Good Morning Vietnam, 1987, where he portrayed irreverent radio DJ Adrian Cronor, earning his first Academy Award nomination. This was followed by unforgettable performances in Dead Poets Society, 1989, as passionate English teacher John Keating, Awakenings, 1990, and The Fisher King, 1991. His portrayal of the genie in Disney's Aladdin, 1992, became one of the most iconic voice performances in film history, while family favorites like Mrs. Doubtfire, 1993, Jumanji, 1995, and Hook, 1991, showcased his boundless energy. His crowning achievement came with Good Will Hunting, 1997, where his performance as Shaw Maguire, a wise and compassionate therapist, earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. According to the document, he delivered one of cinema's most heartfelt lines in that role, embodying quiet, honest wisdom that became symbolic of the man himself, flawed but endlessly compassionate. Now let's talk about his personal life, because understanding Robin Williams, the man, helps us understand why working with Sally Field was so complicated. His first marriage was to Valerie Velarde in 1978, a talented dancer and artist who met him during his struggling comedian days in San Francisco. They welcomed son Zachary "Zach" Williams in 1983, but divorced in 1988 after the pressures of fame strained their relationship. In 1989, Robin married Marcia Garkas, who had been Zachary's nanny and later his personal assistant. The source reveals that Marcia became a film producer, working alongside Robin on projects including Patch Adams and Mrs. Doubtfire. They had 2 children, Zelda Ray Williams, born 1989, Cody Allen Williams, born 1991. However, after more than 20 years together, they separated in 2008 and finalized their divorce in 2010, as Robin's struggles with addiction and depression placed enormous strain on their marriage. In 2011, Robin married Susan Schneider, a graphic designer and artist he met at an Apple store in Marin County, California. According to the document, Susan provided comfort and support during his later years as he faced mounting health challenges, remaining married to him until his tragic death in August 2014. And here's where our story truly begins: the complicated relationship between Robin Williams and Sally Field. For decades, these two Hollywood legends were both beloved for their ability to make audiences laugh and cry. When they shared the screen in the 1993 blockbuster Mrs. Doubtfire, it appeared to the outside world that they got along perfectly. Their chemistry was undeniable, their timing impeccable. But according to the source document, behind the scenes, things were far more complicated than their warm smiles suggested. The problem? Robin Williams and Sally Field had fundamentally different approaches to their craft. According to people close to the production mentioned in the source, Robin could be unpredictable on set. His genius for improvisation often led him to go off script, adding lines and antics that left his co-stars struggling to keep up. Sally Field, on the other hand, was known for her professionalism and discipline. She valued precision, structure, and preparation. This contrast created real friction. To someone like Robin Williams, whose entire being was built around making people laugh and feel joy, being around someone who saw straight through the act was uncomfortable. She forced him to confront parts of himself he often tried to bury beneath his comedy. After Robin's death in 2014, Sally Field spoke warmly of him, saying, according to the source, "He was more than the genius we saw on screen. He was the most delicate, vulnerable soul." Those words revealed that despite their differences, she recognized the pain behind his humor, the deep humanity that made him so unique. Tragically, the source document reveals that behind his laughter, Robin Williams struggled with depression, anxiety, and later the effects of undiagnosed Lewy body dementia, a progressive neurological disease affecting thinking, memory, and mood. On August 11, 2014, the world was shocked by news of his death at age 63. Even NASA honored him, tweeting, "We will miss you, Robin Williams. We watched your movies. Now you're in our galaxy." In the end, Robin Williams and Sally Field represented two sides of Hollywood's golden heart: the manic spark of improvisation and the disciplined fire of craft. They may not have been close friends off screen, and their relationship may have been fraught with misunderstanding, but together they created one of the most touching and enduring on-screen partnerships of the 1990s. The tension between them may have actually fueled the authenticity that made Mrs. Doubtfire unforgettable. And while Robin might have joked that he truly hated her more than anyone, those who knew him best understood that his words, like his comedy, always carried layers, a blend of humor, truth, and affection wrapped inside the soul of a man who felt everything deeply.